Alright guys, so today we continue with the speaking test, okay? So some of you already did that last week and some of you didn't. So who wants to come now? Okay, Thiên Nga, come. Yeah. Alright, let's talk about future. What job would you like to have 10 years from now and why?
In 10 years, I would like to have a job that I can work with computers and program because I enjoy solving problems and I've always been interested in technology. So if there is a change, I would like to work in technology, in tech. So it will be a good fit for me.
Okay. How useful will English be for your future? Why? Why not?
The reason why English will be important for the future because it is a language of international business and it is widely spoken. And being good at English helped me easy to communicate to foreigners and I can easily read or listen to them easy.
Okay. How much traveling do you hope to do in the future? Why? Why not?
I hope to do a lot of travel in the future because I enjoy exploring different cultures and experiencing many new places because outside there are many new places that I haven't had the chance to come and see, so I really look forward to be able to do so in the future and I hope I have the opportunity to visit at many places as I can.
Okay. How do you think your life will change in the future? Why? Why not?
I believe my future life will be full of changes and growth, especially as I continue to learn, improve and develop myself as a person, and I am really excited to see what new challenges and opportunities will come from the way.
Okay, thank you. Now let's move on to part 2. You can have a look at your book. You can take a pencil with you as well. Yeah. Alright, now you have 1 minute to prepare. Yes, Ngọc Anh, you can help her to check. Are you ready? Yes, okay, let's go. Okay, time's up. Alright, now you have 1 to 2 minutes to speak. Okay, are you ready? Yeah, go.
I recently read a cookbook called How to Cook everything simple, be for grateful, written by Mark Whitman. The book is designed easy to follow and easy to understand the recipes and the clear instruction, which make the book more enjoyable to use. It has plenty of useful tips and explanations about the cooking technique and how to choose the right ingredients for that dish. As I read through the recipes, I found myself thinking about how different flavors and many different ingredients can combine together to create the best delicious meal. And the reason why I enjoy reading this book is that I still make many mistakes when I'm cooking. But since I read this book, I realized that my cooking techniques improve much and become more fluently, so that my meal become more catching and more flavorful.
Okay, thank you. Time? 1 minute and 34 seconds. So the time is good. Will you recommend that book to someone else?
Yes, I would recommend this book for my best friend.
Okay. Now let's talk about children and reading. What are the most popular types of children's books in your country?
In my country, especially children don't read books very much, but I sometimes see them in the bookstore reading some books like comics book about Doraemon or some fairy tale, something like that.
Okay. What are the benefits of parents reading books to their children?
The benefit of parents reading to children is that it can make children go straight to sleep, and it can strengthen the family bonds between children and their parents.
Should parents always let children choose the books they read?
Sometimes parents can do that, but sometimes they have to limit the things that children choose. Like they cannot let their children choose the book that is not suitable for their age.
Alright, now let's talk about electronic books. How popular are electronic books in your country?
In my country, people do not read books very much, so they usually don't have their own electronic books. They sometimes go to the store and read the book at their almost their time.
Okay. What are the advantages of parents reading electronic books compared to printed books?
First is that the electronic book is really easy to bring anywhere in a cafe or to school.
What are the advantages of parents reading electronic books compared to printed books? Alright, now let's move on. Will electronic books ever completely replace printed books in the future?
I think electronic book will not replace printed book in future, because when we read the printed book, it brings the real feel when you read the printed book that the electronic book doesn't have.
Yeah, it's quite alright. Only that? Okay, thank you very much. Now you can get back. Yeah. Okay, thank you. So basically you only got some problems with the last two questions, right? For part one you did great. You answered all the questions correctly and with full good content, and you use a lot of nice adjectives and adverbs and also some kind of linking words and phrases. So it's really good. Part two was also very clear. You explained the book you love, and you explained that in detail, and yeah, very easy to understand, good content. Fluency was also really good. Grammar was quite good as well. Yeah, of course you still make mistakes here and there, but that was a good progress compared with last time. Part three, the first few questions were good. Okay, you understood the questions very well. Only the last two you didn't really answer them quite well, but it was acceptable. Yeah. So for this one, you will get somewhere like 6 to 6.5. Okay. If you could answer the last two well, then at least you will get 6.5 or a little bit higher. Okay. So who's next? Okay, now who wants to come next? Tell me, be confident. Just come, because you have to do it anyway, right? Who? Yeah, go in, yes, come. Why not? Come. All right. TOEIC. Now let's talk about the future. So what job would you like to have 10 years from now, and why?
I think the jobs that I want to be 10 years from now is lawyer, because I really hate the people that make lots of things affect to the society. So I want to make them go into the prison, and they need to guilty about the things that they do.
Okay. How useful will English be for your future? Why not?
I think it's very important for me in the future, because I really like to go to Australia, and I think when I go there, when I'm here, I will meet a lot of foreigners, and I need to talk, communicate with them, or in my job, lawyer. Sometimes I also need to talk to foreigners, so I think it's very important for me.
Okay. How much traveling do you hope to do in the future? Why not?
In the future, I want to travel a lot, because I am a person that really likes to try the new things. So I want to go to lots of countries to learn the new things of this country, like their culture or something else.
How do you think your life will change in the future?
I think in future I will become a better person, because I think I need to try or go through a lot of difficult challenges that give me lots of important lessons that I can learn from that and become a better person.
Okay. Thank you. Now let's move on to part 2. You can take your book and a pencil with you. Okay, now you have 1 minute to prepare. Yes, Ngọc Anh, you can check. Alright, let's go. Ngọc Anh, did you do the test? Yes or no? No, okay. Yeah. For those who didn't do that, please prepare, okay? You listen to your friends and then you prepare. Get ready, because everyone has to come, yeah? Yeah. Okay, time's up. Now you have 1 to 2 minutes to speak. Okay, do it. Go.
When I was just a child, I read a novel named Sinbad. This book is my brother bought it for me, so I really enjoy it. And of course, I will read it. So and the book, this book have a lot of interest to me, so it's very attract me to read it. And this book, in this book, have a lot of training, and it's surround the characters named Sinbad, and he is a really brave person. He have a really love with the character named May, and when I read books, the things I think about is that in the future, when I was an adult, can I be the person really brave like Sinbad, or being the really beautiful woman strings like me? And the reasons that make I enjoy this book is that I will introduce again about me. That I really like to try something new. So the Chinese in this book make me feel that I can learn some things about that. And in all of the Chinese in this book, the characters in there are, I think, it's very cool. They go through those trenches.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. I think that's it, right? Time's up, right? Okay, 2 minutes and 18 seconds. You should stop her when it comes to 2 minutes, okay? Okay, thank you. Now let's move on to part 3. Let's talk about children and reading. What are the most popular types of children's books in your country? What are the most popular types of children's books in your country?
I think in my country, the children often read books like novel or some about fairy tales, and most of them I really like to read Doraemon.
Yeah?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Okay. What are the benefits of parents reading books to their children?
I think when the parents read books for their children, they will give their children lots of things, and their children will like to read the books like them. First, I think the children really like to be the present like their parents, and when the parents read the books for their children, they will make their children feel that their parents are really perfect and really love them.
Mm-hmm. Should parents always let children choose the books they read?
I think this has two aspects, because when the parents let their children choose their books, their children will really happy because they can choose anything that they like, and they can learn some things in this book. But sometimes their children can choose the bad book. The books have the topic not suitable for their own their ages. So I think this have two aspects.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Now let's talk about electronic books. How popular are electronic books in your country?
I think it's really popular because in my class I see my friends read the electronic books very a lot of very much, and I see it's they almost of them don't read the books like that. I think because they don't have too much time to go to the bookshops to buy, or they don't have enough money because they just are students. So in my country, the electronic books is really popular.
Mm-hmm. What are the advantages of parents reading electronic books compared to printed books?
I think the most benefit is that it's really convenient, and if the parents parents don't need to spend lots of money to buy the books, and no.
Okay. All right. Will electronic books ever completely replace printed books in the future?
I think no, because in this world have a lot of persons that they want to collect their printed book in their house. I think in their nations, they love printed books so much. So if in the future their electronic books are popular or something, but those people will read their printed book.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's it for your speaking test. All right. Yeah, so you did quite well. The content was quite good. Yeah, at first you were quite nervous, right? But then the more you speak, I think that the more confidence you gain. So later on, at the end of the test, I think that you did much better than the first part. But it was all right. It was all right in the end. You still made lots of grammatical mistakes there. But it's very normal. Okay, and fluency you really have to improve a lot, because when you speak and you were so nervous, and then that's why you couldn't really speak fluently as normal. Okay, so you try to stay calm. Okay, calm down a little, and then you can do much better. Yeah, next time. Okay, for that I think that you will get somewhere like 5.5 to a little bit higher, maybe 5.75, something like that. But normally they don't give something like that. Only 5.5 or 6. It really depends. Okay, so from 5.5 to 6, but I think the grade will be somewhere in the middle. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you understood all the questions. You answered them quite well. Yeah, you only need to improve your grammar, and also I think the content was good. But the way you express them, or the way you explain them, maybe there's some there's some kind of still limitation in terms of vocabulary or the way to explain things. So that's the point you get right now, but you will definitely improve much more in the future. All right, next. I need 2 people at the same time because we don't have much time. Ngọc Anh and Thư, come. Huy and Hương, get ready. Okay? Yes. All right, so you have listened to your friends quite a lot, so I guess that you have enough knowledge and ideas to answer all the questions, right? Okay, let's do it. Ngọc Anh first. Let's talk about the future. What job would you like to have 10 years from now, and why?
The job I want to be 10 years from now, maybe it's have a computer, and I will do in the companies, or maybe it's about the technologies, and I will do it in the office.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, if you don't know what to say anymore, just stop, and then that should be good enough. Okay, don't leave too much blank there. Okay, that's not good for your point. Now, how useful will English be for your future? Why not?
Because now English is the international language, so if I know English, I can have more chance to study and work. I can go to the developed country to study and I can also communicate with more people, and it's make me more confident if I communicate with other people.
Okay. How much traveling do you hope to do in the future, Ngọc Anh?
Maybe I really like to travel around the world, so maybe in the future I will travel with my families around the world, like some countries like Korea, Japan, and Australia. Maybe it can help me know about a lot of things in other countries, like I know about their cultures, and some places are very popular in their countries. Yes.
No need to say yes, I know you stop. Okay, thank you. How do you think your life will change in the future? Thư.
I'm not sure how my life will change in the future, but I think I can study abroad when I have a plan so long for this. I prepare English and meaning to study abroad, so I think everything will be okay in my future.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you. Now let's move on to part 2. Ngọc Anh, you can take your book and a pen or pencil with you. Alright, now both of you have 1 minute to prepare for part 2. For part 2, especially both of you have to speak, yeah? One after the other. Let it go. Nhi, did you do that? Just a few of you did last time. Okay. Yes, because normally for one person you need to do that within 15 minutes. You understand? Yeah, 15 minutes. Alright guys, time's up. Alright, Ngọc Anh, you can do it first.
The book I enjoy reading because it's written a lot that tightening books. That book is about romantic, and it's alright about the main character with their girlfriends is going to Titanic to travel. But in that trouble have some problem. The Titanic will hit the iceberg, and it have things. The main character is want to that girlfriend's life. So he will sacrifice for his girlfriend. I'm really excited to read that book because it makes me feel that the love is really important. And when I read that book, it made me feel really sad because the main character with their girlfriends can't live or love another time because
seen that travel. So that's the book I really enjoy and reading a lot of time.
Yeah, thank you. The time is 1 minute and 48 seconds, so it is good. Except you use some wrong words. The man, the Titanic, the man wanted to save her life, not wanted her life. Wanted her life, that means you want to kill her, you know. Wanted to save her life, that means you want to save her. And he sacrificed himself, not he was satisfied. Okay? She died and he was satisfied. No, he satisfied himself to save her. Trời ơi, một bên là hy sinh thân mình cứu cổ, mà giờ satisfied rất hài lòng khi cổ lên dĩa. It's totally different. Okay, be very careful with pronunciation and with the words. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I understand. I understand the content. Yeah, it's good. Okay. Thư, your turn, right? Okay, do it.
The book I have read when I was 14 was called How to Win Friends and Influence People. This book was very popular in the world. This book was the present I have got from my mother in my 14th birthday. My mother told me that I'm the hot-tempered girl, so this book will help me to how to communicate better with other people. After I read this book, I think about how I communicated with other people, as well as I need to change something to make myself better. I also think about what my mom told me when she gave me that book, and I realized that this book really made me better, and it changed my mind.
Okay. Okay, thank you. 1 minute and 26 seconds. It's okay. Yeah. All right. All right, now guys, let's move on to part 3. Let's talk about children and reading. Ngọc Anh, what are the most popular types of children's books in your country?
Maybe in my country, the most popular type of book in children is really like to read is comic, because the have lots of type of comics they can choose to read, like about Doraemon, Conan, and lots of type. Now that book, now comics have the picture in that, so the children in my country is really excited when they read that comic.
Mm-hmm. All right, Thư, what are the benefits of parents reading books to their children?
The parents reading books to their children can make their children have the habit of reading book, also make the family bonding, make children read book when he was young.
Okay. Should parents always let children choose the books they read?
I think parents.
Guys, please close the book. You are not allowed to read the question. You're only allowed to read the question in part 2, not part 3. Okay, tell me. Okay, again, should parents always let children choose the books they read?
I think parents is always. Can you read the question again?
Should parents always let children choose the books they read?
I think parents is age, and when children read that book, it makes them think about the bad thing. So I think parents always let them. So I think the parents is always talk to them to choose the books the book they read for their age.
Okay. Now let's talk about electronic books. How popular are electronic books in your country?
In my country, the electronic books don't really popular in my country. So almost everyone, I see that they choose to use their printed book than their electronic books.
Okay. What are the advantages of parents reading electronic books compared to printed books?
Maybe when my parents use electronic books, maybe they can know lots of things or lots of information in around the world, and they will have more. Use the printed book.
Okay. Will electronic books ever completely replace printed books in the future?
No, in my opinion, because I agree that the electronic book is very convenient, that can read a lot of books in just one the but I like to read the printed book because I think because this is the tradition book. This is so I feel that but the electronic book you need to pay a lot of money to buy it, and I choose the tradition book, the printed book.
Okay, thank you. So that is the end of our speaking test. Yeah, okay, you can get back. Okay, not so bad for the first time. Guys, so both of you did quite well for part one. Okay. Yeah, you answer all the questions well. So I think it's acceptable. It's good enough. For part two, yeah, it's quite alright. Part three, yeah, you got into a lot of trouble with part three, right? Of course, part three is the most difficult one here. Okay, because normally some questions here they are quite general, and maybe you find it unfamiliar in some particular area. Okay, so it's very normal for you to find it hard at the beginning, but later on you will be better. So no need to worry. So both of you will get somewhere from. Yeah, normally if you could just do as good as in part one, then you will get somewhere like 5 points. But the last part you didn't do it quite well. So yeah, so your points will be somewhere like 4.5 to 5. Yeah. You just need to practice a little bit more. Yeah, 4.525. So a little bit higher. Yeah, but not really 5 yet because you couldn't answer some questions in part 3 well. Okay, Huy and Hương, please come. No need to worry, guys. Just do your best. Should be alright. Okay. Let's talk about the future. Huy, what job would you like to have 10 years from now, and why?
10 years from now, I want to be a doctor because medicine is professions of helping to save and saving people, which profession in which bring happiness to people and their family.
Okay. How useful will English be for your future? Why not? Hương.
I think it's very useful in my future because nowadays English very used very much. It's used very much in our life and study and at work, in work, at my school, everywhere. Everybody also use English. Maybe you want to study abroad, you need to learn English to go to other country to study it. And
No, that should be enough. That should be enough. Hương, remember, these questions are about you, not anyone else. Okay, so don't try to answer these questions using some words like they or you or something like that. They're asking you. Okay, these are personal questions. So you just say I. Okay, you, they, or something like that. Some general things. You just use that for part 3, not part 1. Okay, now how much traveling do you hope to do in the future?
I think I will do a lot of traveling because I want to explore the culture and try foods in their country and stuff.
Okay. How do you think your life will change in the future? Why not?
I think if I study like good and also learn English to help my study more convenient and it's useful in my life.
Okay, now let's move on to part 2. Okay, you can open your book. Guys, remember, in the real exam, you are not allowed to write anything on the topic paper. Okay, you are not allowed to write anything in the paper and they give you. Okay. Now, please do it. You have 1 minute to prepare. All right, time's up. Okay, now Huy, you can talk.
The book I enjoy reading, it is about the science and science based in human people. But I don't remember the name because I have read it in at 12 years old. The reason I read that book because it expand my knowledge and support me to my exam at school. When I finish study, I can have something to entertainment beside play video games and sports. What impressed me in that book is about myself. It told me what cell was for and the function of the cell in my body. Why the reason I enjoy reading that book because it's very interesting and help me work in our life in the future.
Okay, thank you. 1 minute and 39 seconds, so the time is okay. Hương, your turn.
I enjoy reading. It's called How to Win Friends and Influence People. It's wrote by Advanedu English. My father bought for me maybe one years ago, and I decided to read it because at my age, I think I need to read something for about lesson skills for life and I think I'm suitable for read it, so I decided when I read that book, I think that book had many lessons about life. It had so much story about life skills, way to listening people, way to influence people, and way to thinking when you have a problem. So it made me become more mature, and it's really interesting to read it.
Okay, thank you. 1 minute and 46 seconds. Okay, the time is alright. Alright, just one more time, just remind you all that when you go to the real speaking exam for part 2, the examiner will give you a topic card, a piece of paper, and a pencil. Okay, so you're allowed to use your pencil to write any notes on the piece of paper they gave you, but not on the topic card. Okay, so don't write anything on the topic card because they will take it back. Okay, so the questions, all of the questions on the topic, they're not there for you to fill in. Okay, you have to fill in your piece of paper, not on the topic card. All right, now let's move on to the next one. Let's move on to part 3. Let's talk about children and reading. What are the most popular types of children's books in your country?
The most popular type book in my country to read is a fairy tale and novel, because fairy tale novel has a magic power and have colorful. It's very interesting and the children is have a small age and they read very like it.
Okay. Hương, you can close the book. Just close it, yes. Now, what are the benefits of parents reading books to their children?
I think when they are reading books for their children, they can also understand their children and the story, the book, what they want to give a lesson to the children, and maybe they can control the books don't read like not good books at this age.
Okay. Should parents always let children choose the books they read?
I think is yes, because the parents should the children explore things what they want, but parents should see the topic suitable for the children, because it's very young and they don't have enough knowledge to understand
Okay. Let's talk about electronic books. How popular are electronic books in your country?
I think in my country, electronic books are not still popular because maybe everyone also knows electronic books, but they don't buy it to read because maybe the cost of electronic books are more expensive than regular books. So they are still not ready to spend amount of money to buy it. And
Yes, okay, it's okay. What are the advantages of parents reading electronic books compared to printed books? What are the advantages of parents reading electronic books compared to printed books?
Electronic book is slides and they can bring to the coffee to somewhere and they want and they read. The read is very good and the electronic book is very convenient. They don't need to take a heavy bag and be good for the health.
Okay. Will electronic books ever completely replace printed books in the future?
I think maybe because books, some people like to like the feelings to hold the books, printed book. Like they like to turn another page in the book, like holding paper. But someone also like to like the convenience of electronic books. They can take it everywhere because it's like lighter than electronic books, and electronic books can
Okay, thank you. So that is the end of the speaking test. Okay, at least you finished that. It's okay for the first time. All right, so where you get somewhere like 4.5 or maybe a little bit higher, okay, but not really there for 5 yet, but a little bit more than 4.5, okay, and Hương somewhere like 3.5 to 4, because for the first few questions you couldn't really understand and you didn't really deliver the answers well, but for the last few questions, yes, you did it much better, okay, so that's why you get somewhere like, yeah, a little bit more than 3.5 to 4, yeah. Nhi. Guys, you can, when you sit there, try to listen to your friends and see why they get a higher score or something like that. Why I gave him or her 5 or 6 or 6.5, and you can compare that one with your speaking test, okay? And then you will understand the difference and you will know what you need to improve next time. Okay, Nhi, let's talk about the future. What job would you like to have 10 years from now? Okay. Try not to repeat the same thing again and again. If you run out the idea, then it's okay. Good enough. You just stop. Okay. Because normally for speaking part 1, you only need to answer like 3 or 4 with 3 or 4 sentences. Should be good enough. Yeah. Okay. Now, how useful will English be for your future? Why not? How much traveling do you hope to do in the future? Why not? How do you think your life will change in the future? Why not?
In the future, I think my life will change a lot because nowadays I need to study everything, like confident and try hard to overcome any challenge in the world. So in the future, I think I will have motivation to identify with the problem in my life.
Okay, now let's move on to part 2. Yeah. Okay, now you have 1 minute to prepare. Remember, don't write anything on the topic card. Just write on the piece of paper you have. Yeah. Okay, go.
The topic card right somewhere here. Yes.
Rồi nhé, chụp bố vô ngược lại giờ viết vô topic. Các bạn đừng viết cái gì vào trong topic card nha, you understand? Never. Okay, time's up. Now you have 1 to 2 minutes to talk. Okay, thank you. Yeah, a little bit more than 2 minutes. Okay. Normally the examiner will stop you at 2 minutes. Yeah. Now 2 minutes and 16 seconds, but normally the examiner will stop you before that. Okay. Doesn't really matter. Don't worry about that. Okay. Just speak. You don't have to mind about that one. No need to worry. Okay, now let's talk about children and reading. What are the most popular types of children's books in your country? What are the benefits of parents reading books to their children?
Them to
just say one or two benefits. That's all. Don't think about all kind of benefits. Just think about one or two. That should be enough. One or two benefits. What is that? For example, like parents read books to children. So what are the benefits? Yeah. Okay. So based on that, and then after that, you can give some examples. Okay. So you might, you don't think about all kind of the benefits in the world. Just think about one or two. You just answer that with one. Maybe you start with only one, and then you give explanation, and then you give one example. That should be more than enough. Okay. And then maybe if you still have more ideas, you just come up with the next one. Okay. The next one, and then again with explanation, and then another example. Okay. Now, should parents always let children choose the books they read? Should parents always let children choose the books they read? Do you understand the question? Yes, then just do it. Answer. Yes or no? Only one. Okay, you will think more about that later, yeah? Now let's talk about electronic books. How popular are electronic books in your country? Okay. Yeah. What are the advantages of parents reading electronic books compared to printed books? What are the advantages of parents reading electronic books compared to printed books? Okay. Will electronic books ever completely replace printed books in the future? That's it. Okay. Okay, right. Thank you very much. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, you can get back there. Okay, Nhi. So for the first, so there are 3 parts. Guys, remember there are 3 parts in your speaking test. You need to do well in all 3 parts, not just 1 or 2. You understand? So that's why your points maybe go up and down just because of that. So Nhi, for your case, your first part was really good. You did very well. I plan to give you, after listening to your part 1, I plan to give you a 6. You know, but then when it came to part 3, oh my God. You understand? You see the problem now. Yeah. So part 1 you got somewhere like 6. Yeah, it's good. Part 2 was also quite good. Yeah, I could understand everything there. But for part 3, you couldn't really. I don't know. Did you understand all of the questions there? Yeah, but you couldn't answer them well. Why? Because you didn't have any idea. So yeah, so that's the problem, guys. Sometimes you don't have any idea to answer the questions. Got it? So how can you improve this? How? By talking to your friends, of course. That's the fastest way. Okay? So that's why we need some kind of practice speaking lessons. Okay? So when you do speaking, or when you practice, when I ask you to practice speaking with your friends, please do that. Because normally when you face these questions, maybe it's hard for you, but it's not hard for your friends. Okay? Some questions are hard for you, but not hard for your friends, and vice versa. That means some other questions may be easy for you, but it's very hard for your friends. So that's why you need to communicate. You need to talk to each other and learn from each other and get more ideas from your friends. So that's the fastest way for you to improve. Got it? Yeah, so I think that with your speaking skill, you can get a higher score, but because of part 3, you have no idea, you don't know how to answer them. Even if I ask you in Vietnamese, I don't think you can answer them well, right? So that's the problem. So you need, what you need here is the content. You need the idea. So just talk to your friends and then ask her, okay, or him, like what are the most popular types of children's books in your country, blah, blah, something like that, and learn from them, okay? And that's how you can improve very fast, yeah? You certainly have no issue with explaining things or speaking English or tell me things, okay? But you got a lot of problem with the idea or the content. So you need to read more and talk to your friends more to improve that. And for that one, you will get somewhere like 5 to 5.5. Yeah, it was a pity because at the beginning you was almost somewhere 6, but after part 3, you only you got a lot of reduction in your points. So you got something like 5 to 5.5. That was a pity. Yeah, but you make a lot of progress compared with last time. Okay, so now you can speak more. Because before you couldn't even speak or answer any questions here, but now you can do that. That was a good one. Yeah, good progress. Yeah. So guys, you see, sometimes you're good at this part, but you're really bad at something else. So you need to improve in every aspect. Okay. All right. So that's it for our lesson today. So tomorrow we'll do writing test, right? Yeah, so that's the last one. Okay, good.